Hey, Mr. Tent here. Have you ever seen one of these? No, it's not a cigar holder. It is a splint for when your tent breaks. I've seen many of these, but I've never seen them in place. So I want to take a moment and show you that somebody has repaired this tent. This is a REI return tent by splinting. They didn't do a very good job of it. It was kind of sideways, so I kind of adjusted a little bit. Let's go take a look. I want you to see this. This is your first aid kit for every REI tent. See how they have, well, actually me, how they have, the brake is about here somewhere. It was here. I kind of slid it up so the thing would work. But you see how it is. It's a splint. You must have tape or it's worthless. This is the exact same thing. It comes with every tent. Isn't that amazing? So you had a first aid kit and didn't even know. Many people have asked me what that little thing is. Now, the question is, it got somebody home. It took somebody home. It looks to me like this pole has a slight bend to it. This will happen if somebody gets a little woozy and falls on the tent. The tent is really pretty tough. So let's just build this quick tent and see how it looks. And then, fortunately, I got one more thing to show you. I've got this. REI finally started selling this. This is a full replacement set for a Half Dome 2 tent. They usually don't sell poles that I know of, but this is the Half Dome replacement. When I bought this one, it was $50 and it's been sitting. I'm probably going to take one of these end pieces, replace this piece. I'll send off for the other segment. They're about $5 a piece, so try not to break it. But if you do break it, okay, let's get to the business of building this tent. Okay, I just had to show you that. The build is a very standard build. I'm doing another one over there. Really simply. I'll start from the back so you can see what's going on. As you see, we've got these spreader bar. We pop this corner, find the grommet, and stick it in. We're really trying to see if that splint is going to hold. What's the use of a splint if it's not going to hold? Now I'm going to carefully bend this. So far so good. There's one in the middle here. And I think I'm going to do the splint first. Click. Click. Ah! Just kidding, April Fool. This is April Fool's Day. And here's another. Let me go whip those. I had to do something on April Fool, and it's almost over. Okay, I'll take a couple of shortcuts here, like skipping a couple of these clickers just in the interest of speed. But you get the idea. By the time you get these things all stretched out, you are there. They also said that this rainfly stick punched a hole in the tent, and I see it. So the rainfly was probably something like, who knows what, but you can see the tear right here. That is a very easy fix with a piece of mending tape. Don't use duct tape. If I was in the field, I would use blue painter's tape. It is just magical. So that's the whole length of damage on this tent. They probably had the poles on backwards or something. We won't go into color codes right now this minute. Let me just throw this tent and see how it looks. What the heck is it anyway? It's a Half Dome 2 Europe 2011. Okay. There is a trick for putting these tents together. The door is going to match the door. That's what the color code is for. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. This. First thing you want to do is find your two grommets. Next thing you want to do is turn the tent inside out and flip it over so that the zippers are going to be on that end. You got to do a little thinking, and in this case it's going to be like this. In other words, we're going to put the rainfly on backwards. This is not REI. But I recommend it just because you don't want to forget these grommets. Otherwise, you could punch a hole. I cannot reach all the way over there, so I'm going to throw the tent, throw the fly, and then I'm going to walk this over, like so. If you have two people, it's always easier. Okay, see, I'm on the other side. I'm flicking in. Now I get this side. Double checking that my door, see that this white thing is the door. I might have to do a little pull out here to get it over the edge there. That's all there is to it. Now I'm popping the last guy did not loosen the tapes. When you put your tent away, make sure you stretch these out a little bit. Make it easier next time. This one is loose. Stick it under, stick it in the flicker. Did you see that? Here's my grommet. I just reach under, stick it in. I don't think it matters which side. Next one, I'm going to go do the back. I did this one. Same thing. Lift up the tent, stick it under. Fourth one, lift up the tent, stick it under. Your goal is to get it built first and then make it pretty later. Now comes the fly. Remember, the damage is right here. We won't go into the details of, oh man, they messed this one up pretty bad. Give me a moment. We won't go into the details of these, how these little things work. We'll just slam it in here. Same on the other side. I have seen many strange ways for these little cam cleats to be connected. They're nice little cam cleats, but people tie knots. They do all kinds of crazy things. Okay, the tent is built. I'm going to open her up. Maybe a little wrinkled here because of the bend there. Oh, as long as I'm here, let's open the vent. Is that cool? She's a little saggy baggy because I haven't tightened. If I now start to tighten around, she'll get better. We'll skip that part. Open her up. Throw that in. Here's our door. One-handed doors. Look at this. One-handed doors. The old ones you had to loop around. I like them. Then you're in. Oh, don't do that. I can see the repair through the mesh. It looks A-okay. Okay, but since I happen to have a spare one, I'm going to replace it, and this one is good to go. A tiny little bit of tape, wherever that repair was. Obviously it was here where the tent broke, but they might have had it on backwards, who knows. Wherever it is, I'll slap a little piece of tape on it, and we're in business. Okay, that's a kind of a one-shot take. We're losing the light today. So, from the hills, trails, canyons, and valleys of the condos of North Austin, Texas, Mr. Tent saying, I am pleased to show you that thing. That is the very first time I had ever seen it in use, and it looks like it worked. Okay? See you on the trail, and thanks, REI.